Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling frustrated as the hours pass and wondering why sleep refuses to come? You might think it's just part of getting older, or perhaps stress from the day has caught up with you. Many seniors believe restless nights are inevitable, something you just have to accept. But what if the real culprit isn't age stress or late-night worries, but a seemingly harmless drink you consume every evening? I've seen this scenario countless times in my clinic. Seniors come to me exhausted, complaining that despite their best efforts, early bedtimes, warm baths, and even sleep supplements, they still wake up groggy, irritable, and often with a racing heart. Take Mrs. Lee, for example. She's 68 years old, retired, careful about her diet, exercises moderately, and goes to bed around 10 p.m. every night. Yet she struggled to fall asleep for over an hour each night, and often woke up 2 or 3 times, leaving her completely drained in the mornings. She couldn't understand why. When I asked her about her nightly routine, she mentioned her soothing ritual, a cup of green tea before bed. Most people think green tea is harmless or even beneficial. After all, it's packed with antioxidants and associated with heart and brain health. But the problem lies in its caffeine content. Many seniors don't realize that even a single cup in the evening can disrupt the delicate balance of sleep cycles, especially deep restorative sleep. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine, a chemical that promotes sleep and stimulating your nervous system. For younger adults, this effect may be mild, but for seniors, it's much more pronounced. Our bodies metabolize caffeine more slowly as we age, meaning that a drink in the evening can remain in your system for 6 to 8 hours or even longer. That means your relaxing cup of tea could still be interfering with your sleep well past midnight, increasing your risk of sleep fragmentation, grogginess the next morning, and even elevated nighttime blood pressure. And it's not just green tea. Many seniors rely on other seemingly benign beverages in the evening: herbal teas marketed as relaxing decaffeinated coffee, or even certain fruit drinks labeled as natural. Some of these beverages still contain hidden stimulant sugar or traces of caffeine that can keep you awake longer than you realize. Mrs. Lee was shocked to learn that her nightly ritual meant to soothe her body was silently sabotaging it. The consequences extend far beyond feeling tired. Chronic insomnia in seniors has been linked to increased risk of cardiovascular problems, including high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. Poor sleep also affects cognitive function, making memory lapses, confusion, and slower thinking more likely. Studies from the National Sleep Foundation show that adults over 60 who regularly consume caffeine or sugar late in the day are significantly more likely to experience these issues. Sleep loss doesn't just harm your body, it affects your emotions, your energy, and your quality of life. When you wake up exhausted, simple tasks feel more difficult. Balance can be compromised and mood swings or irritability may arise. This creates a vicious cycle. The more restless your nights, the more anxious you become about falling asleep, which in turn makes sleep even harder to achieve. Now imagine eliminating that nightly drink and replacing it with a truly sleep-supportive alternative. Seniors like Mrs. Lee often experience dramatic improvements in sleep quality within just a few nights. Suddenly they fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed and alert. Their hearts feel calmer, their minds clearer, and their mornings are no longer filled with fatigue and frustration. Before we continue, I want you to ask yourself, could your nightly cup of tea, coffee, or other drink be the hidden reason your sleep feels restless, your memory foggy, or your heart races unexpectedly? If you've been blaming age stress or other lifestyle factors, the real cause may be far simpler and easier to fix than you imagined. Tonight, you could start changing that habit, and within days, your sleep might improve dramatically. In the following sections, we will explore exactly which drinks are safe, which are harmful, and how small adjustments in your evening routine can protect your heart, brain, and overall well-being. By understanding these hidden triggers, you can finally reclaim restful sleep even after years of nightly frustration. Don't underestimate the power of one small change, because in senior health it can make all the difference. Sleep is not just a time for rest, it's a critical period during which your heart and blood vessels recover from the stresses of the day. Yet many seniors underestimate just how profoundly insomnia can affect cardiovascular health. Chronic sleep deprivation is no longer considered a mere inconvenience. It is a major risk factor for high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. The American Heart Association warns that adults over 60 who consistently sleep less than 6 hours per night have a significantly higher risk of developing heart disease. Consider Mr. Tanaka, 72, a retired schoolteacher who prided himself on living a healthy lifestyle. He exercised regularly, ate balanced meals, and avoided smoking. Yet he came to my clinic complaining of persistent fatigue, occasional palpitations, and restless nights. He had no idea that his nightly habit of having a small cup of black tea after dinner was silently interfering with his deep sleep. That single cup, innocuous to many, was enough to prolong the time it took him to reach restorative sleep, fragmenting his cycles and subtly raising his blood pressure during the night. The link between poor sleep and cardiovascular stress is well documented. During deep sleep, the body undergoes repair processes. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and stress hormone levels decrease. Interruptions caused by stimulants and evening drinks prevent these essential restorative processes. Over time, this repeated stress accelerates vascular aging, making your arteries stiffer and increasing the likelihood of plaque buildup. Seniors are especially vulnerable because arterial elasticity naturally decreases with age, amplifying the damage caused by poor sleep. What many people do not realize is that even drinks marketed as caffeine-free can contain hidden stimulants that subtly raise heart rate and blood pressure. For example, some herbal teas, energy-infused waters, or flavored decaffeinated coffees may include ingredients like ginseng, yerba mate, or other compounds that stimulate the nervous system. While these drinks seem harmless, they can prevent your body from entering deep sleep phases, prolonging your heart's exposure to elevated stress levels. Mrs. Kim, 65, experienced this firsthand. She had struggled with high blood pressure for years, but even after adhering strictly to her medication and diet, she continued waking up with a racing heart. She was puzzled until she realized her nightly habit of sweetened herbal tea was contributing to her insomnia. After replacing it with a simple, unsweetened chamomile infusion, her sleep improved and her morning blood pressure readings gradually stabilized. Research also shows that the combination of sleep loss and stimulants triggers a cascade of hormonal changes. Cortisol, known as the stress hormone, remains elevated when sleep is disrupted. Elevated cortisol levels not only increase blood pressure but also contribute to insulin resistance, inflammation, and the buildup of harmful fats around the heart. For seniors, this hormonal imbalance can accelerate cardiovascular decline in ways that may not be immediately noticeable until symptoms like palpitations, chest discomfort, or fatigue appear. Even short-term disruptions matter. Studies in older adults show that a single week of fragmented sleep can significantly increase heart rate variability, a predictor of cardiac stress. And while it might be tempting to rely on alcohol or sugar-laden drinks to fall asleep faster, these substances actually prevent deep restorative sleep and strain the heart further. It's a double-edged sword. What seems comforting in the moment can cause serious harm over time. Now, I want you to ask yourself, could your nightly cup of tea, coffee, or herbal beverage be silently stressing your heart while you sleep? If you're waking up tired, irritable, or noticing occasional palpitations, the answer might be yes. The good news is that reversing these effects is possible. By eliminating stimulants from your evening routine and choosing beverages that promote deep restorative sleep, seniors can reduce nighttime cardiovascular strain, stabilize blood pressure, and even improve long-term heart health. In the next section, we will explore how sleep, or the lack of it, affects memory and cognitive function in seniors. You might be surprised to learn that the same drink that stresses your heart could also be quietly undermining your brain, making memory lapses and confusion far more likely. Stay with me because understanding this hidden connection could be the key to protecting both your heart and your mind. Many seniors assume that memory lapses are simply an unavoidable part of aging. Forgetting names, misplacing items, or struggling to recall recent events is often shrugged off as normal. But what if I told you that a hidden culprit, your nightly drink, could be quietly eroding your memory, making these lapses more frequent and severe? The connection between sleep and cognitive health is stronger than most people realize, and disrupted sleep can accelerate memory decline in seniors. During deep restorative sleep, your brain performs a process called memory consolidation. This is when the experiences, knowledge, and skills you've accumulated throughout the day are organized, strengthened, and stored. Without sufficient deep sleep, this consolidation is incomplete, leaving your memory fragile and your recall inconsistent. According to research from Harvard Medical School, seniors who consistently sleep fewer than 6 hours per night are significantly more likely to experience memory difficulties and early cognitive decline compared to those with sufficient restorative sleep. Take the case of Mr. Tanaka, 72, a retired teacher with a sharp mind and a busy social life. Despite his healthy lifestyle, daily walks, balanced meals, and active engagement with friends, he began noticing small but troubling changes. He forgot where he had placed his glasses, struggled to recall names of acquaintances, and sometimes repeated the same question within minutes. He thought this was just getting older until he realized his nightly habit of drinking green tea might be the hidden culprit. Though green tea is often praised for its antioxidants and brain protective properties, it contains caffeine, a stimulant that can delay the onset of deep sleep and fragment the sleep cycles necessary for memory consolidation. Even a modest cup in the evening can prevent the brain from completing its nightly maintenance. For seniors whose brains are already more vulnerable to cognitive stress, the impact is amplified. It's not just caffeine that can interfere with memory. Some herbal teas marketed as relaxing or sleep-enhancing can paradoxically energize the brain depending on their ingredients. For example, blends containing ginseng, peppermint, or certain aromatic herbs may increase alertness or stimulate circulation in ways that delay the onset of deep sleep. This hidden stimulation disrupts the very process your brain relies on to store memories safely. Mrs. Kim, 65, experienced this firsthand. She loved her nightly ritual of chamomile blended with a touch of peppermint, believing it helped her unwind. Yet she began noticing that her memory lapses were increasing. She forgot appointments, misplaced items, and struggled to focus on reading her favorite books. After consulting with me and switching to a simple caffeine-free chamomile infusion without peppermint, she reported that her nights became more restful and her memory lapses decreased significantly within a few weeks. The link between sleep memory and nighttime drinks isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by neuroscience. Studies show that sleep fragmentation reduces the activity of the hippocampus, the brain region responsible for forming new memories. In seniors, impaired hippocampal function is associated not only with forgetfulness, but also with increased risk for cognitive decline and conditions such as mild cognitive impairment, MCI, or Alzheimer's disease. This means that disrupted sleep, even from something as seemingly harmless as a late-night beverage, could have long-term consequences for brain health. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Could your evening drink intended to relax you actually be sabotaging your memory? Are those forgotten names misplaced keys or repeated questions simply age? Or are they a warning sign that your brain isn't getting the deep sleep it desperately needs? The good news is that this is reversible. By eliminating stimulants and hidden energizing herbs from your evening routine, seniors can restore proper deep sleep cycles. Improved sleep enhances memory consolidation, increases alertness, and strengthens cognitive resilience over time. Small changes like adjusting the timing of your drinks, choosing truly caffeine-free alternatives, or avoiding sugar-laden beverages at night can make a remarkable difference. In the next section, we'll explore a connection that surprises most people: how sugar and blood sugar levels are directly linked to sleep disruption. You may be shocked to learn that a seemingly innocent sweet drink at night could be quietly sabotaging not only your memory, but also your metabolism and overall health. Understanding this hidden relationship is critical for seniors who want to protect both their brains and their bodies. Many seniors don't realize that sleep and blood sugar are tightly connected. When your nights are restless, your body's ability to regulate glucose is compromised, and your metabolism can spiral out of balance. Chronic insomnia isn't just about feeling tired. It directly affects insulin sensitivity, increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, and can even worsen cardiovascular health. What most people overlook is that certain nighttime drinks can amplify this problem, keeping blood sugar levels elevated and disrupting sleep cycles at the same time. Take Mrs. Kim, 65, for example. She was conscientious about her diet during the day, plenty of vegetables, lean protein, and minimal processed foods. Yet at night she enjoyed a small cup of sweetened herbal tea, believing it helped her relax before bed. Over time, she began waking up frequently, feeling thirsty and craving sweets early in the morning. Her fasting blood sugar readings, once normal, started creeping upward. She assumed this was just age-related until she realized that her nightly sugar habit was sabotaging her rest and metabolism simultaneously. Research confirms this link. When seniors consume sugar-laden drinks or even high-sugar fruits late in the evening, their blood glucose spikes. In response, the pancreas releases insulin to process the sugar. This hormonal surge can cause subtle fluctuations in energy, heart rate, and nervous system activity, preventing the deep restorative sleep critical for memory, cardiovascular health, and metabolic balance. Over weeks and months, this cycle can lead to chronic insomnia, weight gain, and insulin resistance. Even beverages marketed as healthy or natural can be culprits. Many fruit juices, sweetened herbal infusions, and flavored milks contain hidden sugars that elevate glucose levels at night. Seniors often believe that because a drink is herbal or caffeine-free, it's safe. But the sugar content can be just as disruptive as caffeine for sleep quality and blood sugar control. Mrs. Kim's experience mirrors what I've seen in hundreds of patients. Small evening indulgences perceived as harmless quietly destabilize metabolism and fragment sleep. There's also a subtle but important connection between sugar, stress hormones, and sleep. When blood sugar rises sharply, the body releases cortisol to manage the surge. Elevated cortisol late at night increases alertness and delays melatonin. Release the hormone that signals your body it's time to sleep. For seniors whose hormonal balance is already shifting with age, even moderate sugar intake in the evening can create a double burden: disrupted sleep and increased stress on the cardiovascular system. Mr. Tanaka, 72, shared a similar story. He enjoyed a nightly warm glass of fruit juice, thinking it was a light, healthy habit. Yet he noticed that despite going to bed early, he woke multiple times, felt restless, and had difficulty concentrating the next day. After eliminating the juice and replacing it with a small, unsweetened herbal infusion, his sleep became deeper and uninterrupted. His morning blood sugar reading stabilized, and he noticed his energy levels improving within days. The lesson is clear: even minor changes to your evening routine can have a significant impact. Seniors often overlook the hidden effects of sugar, assuming that only large desserts or overtly sweet foods matter. In reality, the timing of consumption is just as critical. Nighttime indulgence, no matter how small, can undermine your sleep quality, memory consolidation, heart health, and metabolic balance. Now ask yourself, could that nightly cup of sweetened tea, fruit juice, or flavored milk be quietly sabotaging your sleep and blood sugar? Are your restless nights and morning fatigue simply age catching up, or is your metabolism signaling that it needs a gentler, sugar-free approach? Identifying and addressing these hidden sugar sources can dramatically improve your sleep, restore energy, and protect your health in the long term. In the next section, we will examine another overlooked factor in senior sleep disruption: hydration habits. You might be surprised to learn that even water or drinks marketed as detox or low-calorie can contribute to restless nights if consumed at the wrong time. Understanding this can help you structure your evening routine for maximum restorative sleep and overall well-being. Staying hydrated is essential for seniors. Water supports every system in your body, from circulation and digestion to joint lubrication and temperature regulation. But like many things in life, timing is critical. Drinking too much or the wrong type of liquids close to bedtime can transform a healthy habit into a silent disruptor of restorative sleep. This is what I call the evening hydration trap, and it's one of the most overlooked causes of sleepless nights in older adults. Consider Mr. Yamada, 70, a retired engineer who prided himself on taking care of his health. He drank plenty of water during the day, but believed that a large glass of water before bed would prevent dehydration overnight. Instead, he found himself waking 3 to 4 times every night to use the bathroom. Over time, these interruptions not only left him exhausted, but also increased his blood pressure and caused mild swelling in his ankles due to fluid retention. He was unaware that his nighttime hydration, meant to be beneficial, was actively sabotaging his sleep quality. Why does this happen? As we age, our kidneys' ability to concentrate urine diminishes. This means that fluids consumed in the evening are more likely to lead to nighttime urination, disrupting deep sleep cycles. Even moderate amounts of water or beverages perceived as harmless, like detox waters, low-calorie flavored waters, or herbal infusions, can have the same effect, especially if they contain mild stimulants like ginseng or yerba mate. In other words, your healthy drink may be quietly waking you up multiple times during the night without your awareness. But it's not just the volume or caffeine content that matters. Certain minerals in bottled water, added electrolytes, or enhanced hydration drinks can stimulate your nervous system subtly. While these effects are beneficial during the day for energy and cognitive function, at night, they can prevent the body from entering deep restorative sleep stages, leaving you restless and fatigued by morning. Mrs. Lee, 68, experienced this firsthand. She loved her evening ritual of sipping a mineral-rich detox water while reading before bed. Yet despite a calm environment and an early bedtime, she found herself waking up repeatedly and feeling groggy each morning. After switching to a simple small glass of plain water 2 hours before bed, she noticed a dramatic improvement. Not only did her sleep become uninterrupted, but she also woke up feeling more energized and focused. Another hidden aspect of the evening hydration trap is the timing of meals and liquids. Drinking large amounts immediately after dinner, especially combined with high-sodium foods, increases the risk of fluid shifts in the body, causing mild swelling and bladder pressure that triggers nighttime awakenings. Seniors are particularly susceptible because bladder capacity often decreases with age and nighttime urgency becomes more pronounced. Even the healthiest fluids can backfire if consumed at the wrong time. Herbal teas marketed as calming or detoxifying are often consumed in larger quantities at night. While they contain antioxidants and can reduce stress, some blends include subtle stimulants or mild diuretics. Over time, these effects fragment sleep, increase nighttime awakenings, and prevent the body from completing essential repair cycles that occur during deep sleep. So here's the question to consider. Could your healthy-sounding evening drinks, water, herbal teas, or flavored infusions be secretly sabotaging your sleep? Are your restless nights, frequent trips to the bathroom, or groggy mornings the result of habits you believed were beneficial? If so, the solution may be simpler than you think. Adjusting the timing, quantity, and type of fluids in the evening can dramatically restore your deep restorative sleep. In the next section, we'll explore another common yet underestimated disruptor: alcohol. While it may seem relaxing and help you fall asleep faster, it comes with hidden consequences that affect both the quality and restorative power of your sleep. Understanding this relationship is crucial for seniors who want to protect their hearts, brains, and overall well-being. Many seniors believe that a glass of wine or a small nightcap before bed can help them relax and fall asleep faster. At first glance, this seems harmless, even beneficial. Alcohol does have a sedative effect, and it can indeed make it easier to drift off in the early stages of the night. But here's the hidden truth. While alcohol may help you fall asleep, it significantly reduces the quality of that sleep, especially the deep restorative phases that your body needs to repair, restore, and maintain health. Take Mrs. Park, 69, a retired accountant who had enjoyed a nightly glass of red wine for decades. She believed it helped her unwind and even looked forward to it as a comforting ritual. Yet she noticed that despite spending 8 hours in bed, she often woke up feeling unrefreshed, fatigued, and sometimes dizzy. Her memory seemed less sharp, and her blood pressure occasionally spiked overnight. She assumed this was part of aging until we reviewed her routine together. Her nightly wine, she realized, was creating a false sense of rest while undermining her sleep quality. Alcohol affects sleep in several ways. While it may initially increase drowsiness, it fragments sleep later in the night by disrupting rapid eye movement, REM, and deep slow-wave sleep. These stages are crucial for memory consolidation, cardiovascular recovery, and hormone regulation. Without sufficient REM and deep sleep, seniors are more likely to experience cognitive decline, elevated stress hormones, and impaired immune function. Essentially, the sleep induced by alcohol is an illusion. Your body may be in bed, but your heart, brain, and metabolism are not fully resting. Even small amounts matter. Research shows that 1 or 2 standard drinks can significantly reduce deep sleep in older adults. Seniors are particularly sensitive because alcohol metabolism slows with age, allowing alcohol to linger in the bloodstream longer and prolong its disruptive effects on the nervous system. Over time, habitual nighttime drinking may contribute to chronic insomnia, higher blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart disease. Lesser-known facts also play a role. Certain herbal liquors or fortified teas popular among seniors may contain alcohol levels lower than wine or spirits, but even these small amounts can suppress melatonin production, increase nighttime urination, and fragment sleep cycles. Many seniors assume that because the beverage seems mild, it cannot interfere with sleep. But the body's response, especially after age 60, tells a different story. Mr. Suzuki, 71, shared a similar experience. He had enjoyed a nightly sip of plum wine, believing it would calm his nerves. Despite a calm bedtime routine, he often woke at 2 or 3 a.m., restless and dehydrated with heart palpitations. After replacing the plum wine with a caffeine-free herbal sleep infusion, he reported that his sleep became continuous. His mornings felt brighter, and he experienced fewer nighttime urinary urges. This simple substitution dramatically improved both his rest and overall well-being. Alcohol also interacts with other substances commonly consumed in the evening, including sugary drinks and herbal teas. When combined, the sedative effect may mask initial wakefulness, giving the illusion of sleep. But the cumulative impact on blood sugar hormone balance and deep sleep quality can be significant. Seniors often underestimate how these combinations silently undermine their health, thinking the ritual is beneficial rather than harmful. So ask yourself, could that glass of wine, nightcap, or herbal liquor be the reason your sleep feels shallow and unrefreshing? Are those restless nights, morning grogginess, and memory lapses linked to a habit you believed was helping? The truth is, eliminating or adjusting alcohol consumption in the evening can significantly improve sleep depth, restore restorative cycles, and protect your heart, brain, and metabolism. In the next section, we'll uncover another hidden disruptor that surprises many seniors: caffeine sources they didn't even know existed. Even decaf or herbal beverages can interfere with sleep and undermine your hard-earned health if consumed too late. Understanding this hidden factor is essential for reclaiming restorative sleep and vibrant mornings. Caffeine is one of the most well-known disruptors of sleep, yet many seniors underestimate just how much caffeine sneaks into their evenings. Most people think that simply avoiding coffee in the afternoon is enough, but the truth is far more complicated. Hidden caffeine lurks in surprising places. Decaf teas, herbal blends, chocolate, certain soft drinks, and even sleep-friendly beverages, and it can silently steal deep restorative sleep. Take Mr. Suzuki 71, for instance. He had faithfully switched from coffee to decaffeinated tea in the evenings, believing he had solved his insomnia. Yet he still woke repeatedly during the night, feeling restless and fatigued. After a detailed review of his routine, we discovered that his decaf tea still contained residual caffeine enough to disrupt his slow wave and REM sleep. Once he switched to a truly caffeine-free herbal infusion, his sleep patterns improved dramatically, and he woke up feeling refreshed for the first time in years. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine, a chemical in the brain that promotes sleepiness while simultaneously stimulating the central nervous system. For younger adults, small amounts may only cause minor delays in falling asleep. But in seniors, the body metabolizes caffeine more slowly, allowing it to linger for hours. Even a small cup of decaffeinated tea in the evening can reduce deep sleep, increase nighttime awakenings, and elevate heart rate. This effect is compounded when combined with other subtle stimulants found in beverages or foods, creating a perfect storm for insomnia. Many seniors are unaware that caffeine can hide in products labeled as natural, herbal, or relaxing. Green tea, black tea, oolong, yerba mate, and certain ginseng blends contain caffeine or other stimulants that interfere with sleep. Even chocolate, dark cocoa, and some low-sugar energy drinks can have surprising amounts. While these beverages may seem beneficial or innocuous, they can significantly delay sleep onset and fragment sleep cycles. Mrs. Lee, 68, had been struggling with sleepless nights for over a year. She avoided coffee after noon but regularly drank a cup of herbal tea before bed, believing it would help her relax. She also enjoyed a small piece of dark chocolate after dinner. Together, these seemingly minor choices were enough to prevent her from entering deep sleep, leaving her exhausted each morning. Once she eliminated evening caffeine entirely, her sleep quality improved within a week and her daytime energy returned. Even less obvious sources like some flavored sparkling waters, protein shakes, or fortified teas can contain mild stimulants. Seniors often assume that if it's labeled decaf or low caffeine, it's safe. But these beverages can still affect the nervous system, especially when consumed within 3 hours of bedtime. The cumulative effect of hidden caffeine is often overlooked, which is why sleep issues persist despite careful habits like early bedtimes or calming routines. Here's another point to consider. Caffeine not only affects how quickly you fall asleep, but also the restorative quality of your sleep. It reduces slow-wave sleep, which is critical for cellular repair, immune function, and memory consolidation. For seniors, losing even 1 hour of slow-wave sleep each night can accumulate, leading to fatigue, memory lapses, and increased cardiovascular stress. Simply removing hidden caffeine can restore these essential sleep stages, allowing the body and brain to recover fully overnight. Ask yourself, could the decaf tea, herbal blend, or sweet treat you consume each evening be secretly keeping you awake? Are you unknowingly sabotaging the very rest your body depends on for heart, brain, and metabolic health? Identifying and eliminating these hidden sources of caffeine is a simple but powerful step toward regaining restorative sleep and improving overall well-being. In the next section, we'll discuss another surprisingly common disruptor: evening screen use combined with nighttime drinks. This seemingly harmless combination can overstimulate both your brain and digestive system, making it much harder to achieve deep restorative sleep. Understanding this interaction is key to finally reclaiming restful nights and vibrant mornings. Many seniors believe that screens, TVs, tablets, or smartphones are harmless before bedtime. After all, watching the news or reading a favorite book on a tablet seems relaxing. Yet research shows that evening screen use can profoundly disrupt sleep, especially when combined with a nighttime drink. The blue light emitted from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it's time to sleep, while simultaneously stimulating your brain and metabolism. This double effect can turn what appears to be a calming bedtime routine into a recipe for restless nights. Mrs. Lee, 68, provides a perfect example. She enjoyed sipping her herbal tea while catching up on her favorite TV dramas or scrolling through her tablet. She believed the combination helped her unwind, but in reality, her sleep was highly fragmented. She often woke at 2 or 3 a.m. feeling restless, thirsty, and frustrated. After analyzing her routine, it became clear that her brain was being stimulated in multiple ways. The mild caffeine in her evening tea, combined with the blue light from her screens, prevented her body from entering deep sleep. Once she separated her screen time from her evening drinks and replaced her tea with a caffeine-free infusion, her sleep quality improved remarkably. The effects of screens on sleep are more pronounced in seniors. As we age, our natural melatonin production decreases, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Exposure to bright light in the evening further suppresses melatonin, delaying the body's internal clock and making deep restorative sleep elusive. When screens are combined with drinks that contain caffeine, sugar, or other stimulants, the body receives conflicting signals. The brain is being activated while the body is trying to relax for sleep. This mismatch can increase nighttime awakenings, restless leg movements, and even mild heart palpitations in sensitive individuals. Even seemingly benign habits like reading on a tablet or using a smartphone for email can interfere with digestion. Drinking herbal teas or other nighttime beverages while using screens can increase metabolism and alertness. For example, the combination of sipping a warm drink and staring at a bright screen can subtly stimulate the gastrointestinal tract and nervous system, preventing the body from fully relaxing. Seniors often overlook this effect, thinking that a calming beverage offsets any stimulation from screens, when in reality, it amplifies it. Mr. Tanaka, 72, noticed similar effects in his routine. He enjoyed a nightly ritual of watching sports highlights on his tablet while drinking his evening decaf green tea. Although he believed this was a relaxing habit, he found that he woke multiple times during the night, struggled with early morning grogginess, and experienced occasional dizziness. After moving his screen time to earlier in the evening and switching to a caffeine-free herbal infusion, his sleep became uninterrupted, and he felt more energized and clear-headed each morning. Lesser-known research highlights another consequence of this combination. Evening stimulation from screens and drinks can increase cortisol levels, the body's stress hormone, even without conscious awareness. Elevated cortisol at night prevents the body from entering the slow-wave sleep necessary for cellular repair, memory consolidation, and cardiovascular recovery. Over time, this hormonal disruption can contribute to fatigue, memory lapses, and increased blood pressure. So here's the question to consider. Could your habit of drinking a warm beverage while watching TV or scrolling your tablet be silently preventing the deep sleep your body needs? Are your restless nights and morning grogginess linked to this subtle but powerful combination? By adjusting the timing of both screen use and evening drinks, seniors can restore their natural sleep rhythm, improve memory, stabilize blood pressure, and wake up refreshed. In the next section, we will reveal a simple, powerful swap that can transform your nights. One drink replacement that promotes deep restorative sleep without stimulants or sugar. This small change can have a major impact on your heart, brain, and overall well-being. For many seniors, sleep disruption can feel overwhelming, like a problem with no clear solution. Between hidden caffeine, sugar, alcohol, nighttime screen use, and hydration habits, it can seem impossible to reclaim deep restorative sleep. But the truth is, sometimes a single simple swap can make all the difference. A change so small it fits seamlessly into your nightly routine, yet powerful enough to restore hours of restful, uninterrupted sleep. Mrs. Kim, 65, had struggled with sleepless nights for years. She had tried everything: early bedtimes, meditation, herbal teas, and even light exercise in the evening. Yet she still woke multiple times each night, groggy and frustrated. After reviewing her routine in detail, we discovered the culprit: her nightly sweetened herbal tea combined with her late TV habit. The solution was surprisingly simple. We replaced her beverage with a caffeine-free, unsweetened chamomile infusion and moved her screen time to earlier in the evening. Within just a few nights, she reported falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up feeling refreshed. Her memory sharpened, her energy returned, and even her mild blood pressure fluctuations began to stabilize. Why does this swap work so effectively? Chamomile, along with certain other herbal infusions like lavender or lemon balm, contains natural compounds that gently relax the nervous system and promote melatonin production without the stimulatory effects of caffeine or sugar. Unlike alcohol or decaffeinated teas with residual caffeine, these drinks support slow-wave sleep, the deep phase critical for heart repair, hormone regulation, and memory consolidation. For seniors whose sleep architecture naturally changes with age, introducing a truly restorative drink in the evening can dramatically improve overall health and well-being. Another lesser-known fact is that the timing of this swap is just as important as the beverage itself. Consuming this sleep-supportive infusion 60-90 minutes before bed allows your body to enter a relaxed state, reducing nighttime awakenings and promoting longer, deeper sleep cycles. Pairing this with a consistent pre-sleep routine, dim lights, light stretching, or gentle breathing exercises enhances the effect, helping your heart, brain, and metabolism recover overnight. Mr. Tanaka, 72, experienced a similar transformation. He replaced his nightly decaf green tea and late fruit juice with a small cup of unsweetened chamomile consumed 90 minutes before bed. Within days, he slept more soundly, woke less frequently, and noticed his morning energy return for the first time in years. Even his mid-morning memory lapses improved, highlighting how deeply sleep influences cognitive function. It's important to note that this swap isn't just about the drink itself, it's about removing harmful triggers while introducing a gentle, natural sleep aid. Eliminating caffeine, sugar, alcohol, and stimulants from your evening routine reduces nighttime stress on your nervous system, heart, and metabolism. Replacing them with a truly restorative beverage provides the body with a signal that it's safe to enter deep sleep. This combination of removal and addition is what makes the approach so effective for seniors. Ask yourself, could one simple swap, a change in your evening beverage, transform your nights and improve your days? Could replacing your current drink with a gentle, caffeine-free, unsweetened herbal infusion finally allow your heart to relax, your mind to consolidate memories, and your body to recover fully overnight? For many seniors, this small adjustment is enough to break the cycle of restless nights, morning grogginess, and frustration. In the next section, we will recap everything we've discussed, providing a clear, actionable plan for seniors to improve sleep, protect heart and brain health, and embrace a restful, energizing nightly routine. You'll also learn about safe alternatives, practical tips, and how to make this change sustainable in the long term. After exploring the hidden culprits that steal your sleep, nighttime caffeine, sugar, alcohol, excess fluids, and even screen use, it's clear that many of the habits we assume are harmless are quietly sabotaging restorative sleep. For seniors, the consequences go far beyond feeling tired the next morning. Poor sleep affects your heart-brain metabolism and overall quality of life. The good news is that with careful awareness and small practical changes, you can reclaim deep, uninterrupted sleep even after years of restless nights. Let's recap the key points. First, nighttime drinks matter more than most people realize. Green tea, decaf coffee, sweetened herbal teas, and even some fruit juices contain stimulants, sugar, or hidden caffeine that prevent your body from entering slow-wave and REM sleep. These drinks may feel comforting, but for seniors, they can fragment sleep, elevate nighttime heart rate, and increase stress hormones. Second, alcohol is not the sleep aid it seems. While it can help you fall asleep initially, it reduces deep sleep and REM, leaving your body underrested. Even small amounts of wine, herbal liquors, or fortified teas can disrupt your sleep architecture and interfere with memory consolidation and cardiovascular recovery. Third, hydration habits can backfire if mistimed. Drinking large volumes of water or herbal infusions immediately before bed may cause nighttime awakenings and bladder pressure, fragmenting sleep cycles. Choosing small amounts and consuming them 60-90 minutes before bed can help your body relax without interruption. Fourth, screens are a hidden disruptor. Blue light from TVs, tablets, and smartphones suppresses melatonin, while simultaneous consumption of evening drinks stimulates digestion and metabolism, creating conflicting signals for your body. Separating screen time from your nighttime beverage and dimming lights before bed allows your nervous system to enter a truly restful state. Finally, the solution for seniors is surprisingly simple. One powerful swap can transform your nights. Replace evening drinks that contain caffeine, sugar, alcohol, or stimulants with a caffeine-free, unsweetened herbal infusion such as chamomile, lemon balm, or lavender. Consume it 60-90 minutes before bed, paired with a calming pre-sleep routine, gentle stretching, deep breathing, or dim lighting to support deep restorative sleep. This approach supports your heart-brain metabolism and memory while reducing the hidden stressors that have robbed you of restful nights for years. Safe alternatives to enhance this routine include warm caffeine-free herbal infusions, chamomile, lemon balm, or peppermint without stimulants. Small sips of plain water, 60-90 minutes before bed to prevent dehydration without frequent urination. Avoiding sugar-laden or artificially sweetened beverages in the evening. Reducing alcohol intake and reserving it for earlier in the day if at all. Limiting screen exposure before bedtime and using soft, dim lighting. For seniors who follow these steps, improvements can be noticeable within just a few nights. Energy returns, mornings feel brighter, memory sharpens, and heart and metabolism are supported overnight. Even minor adjustments consistently applied accumulate into meaningful health benefits over weeks and months. As you move forward, remember that change doesn't have to be drastic. Small intentional swaps and mindful routines can restore the deep sleep that your body has been craving. Your heart, brain, and metabolism will thank you, and you may even rediscover the calm, peaceful nights that have been missing for years. Thank you for taking the time to focus on your sleep health today. By understanding the hidden dangers of nighttime drinks and habits, and by implementing these gentle yet powerful strategies, you are giving yourself one of the greatest gifts for longevity and vitality. Restorative, uninterrupted sleep. Stay consistent, be patient with your body, and embrace the small changes that yield significant results. Remember, even after decades of restless nights, it is never too late to reclaim the sleep your body and mind need to thrive. In our next video, part 2 of this series will dive deeper into foods that secretly steal your sleep, revealing surprising everyday items that may be keeping you awake. Protect your nights and nourish your health by watching the next installment. Until then, rest well, sleep deeply, and take care of yourself. You deserve it.